Motor Company has long been a pride of the Motor City. It's no secret here in Metro Detroit that the car company is hurting. Simply turn on the news.
The automaker reported a $12.7 billion loss.
Slipping stocks, layoffs, and buyouts.
Ford now expects to shut down its sprawling Wixom plant.
The company is pulling out all the stops to make a comeback, including teaming up with Microsoft on Sync technology, pushing the envelope on hybrid cars, and creating incentives for workers who get the job done. One long-running problem the company is really turning around: absenteeism. Union workers here build transmissions for several Ford cars, but tonight, Rescue 4 exposes two six-figure union leaders who on a daily basis skip out of work as much as 5 hours early, getting haircuts, going to the bank, and buying beer, all while on the clock. Ron Harbour is a highly respected auto industry expert. He visits plants around the world. Harbour says 10 years ago, as many as 1 in 3 U.S. auto workers would not show up to work, while foreign competition would have 98 out of 100 showing up. To catch up, Ford now offers incentives, prizes, and parties for workers with perfect attendance, and it's paying off. Ford closing in on its goal of less than 2% absenteeism. In fact, the Van Dyke plant is one of Ford's best.
It's a good slice of what's happened at Ford because they made a major turnaround.
Which is why it's so outrageous to see what Rescue 4 investigators caught union leaders doing on tape. While the masses are hard at work, two union bosses are hardly working. They collect huge overtime pay without putting in the hours. Meet Ron Soroka.
No comment, sir. Please get off my property. Get off my property now.
As a job security rep, he's one of the top union officials at the plant. It's his responsibility to keep the line moving safely and efficiently, which can prevent cutbacks and save jobs for all union workers. This is Jim Modzelewski. He is Soroka's boss. We aren't here to tattle on Soroka for skipping out of work. We're here to ask Chairman Modzelewski about his own work habits, why he's always stopping on the clock to buy beer at party stores, and inquire about his monster income that he makes from questionable overtime hours.
I ask you about your work hours. Yeah, what about?
As union chairman, Modzelewski's the top dog at the plant. It's his responsibility to bring in new work that guarantees his union brothers don't end up in the unemployment line.
You're supposed to be working for them.
Rescue 4 obtained these timesheet documents showing total hours worked for the year 2007 and week-by-week timesheets from August 2007 through January 2008. They show Ron Soroka and Jim Modzelewski combined overtime was over 3,500 hours for the year. We're not saying all of it was bogus, but on the days we watch, many appear to be. Soroka put in for 40 hours a week plus 1,005 hours overtime this past year. He says he works 10 hours a day, so overtime is an everyday charge. While you watch, remember, Soroka can only leave the plant for union business. Soroka's like clockwork. He arrives at work on time at 6 a.m. According to his timesheets obtained by Rescue 4, he collects 10 hours of pay Monday through Friday. But day after day, Rescue 4 watches the union security rep roll up to his house by 11:30 in the morning. He's not coming home for lunch, he's coming home for good. We watch over a dozen days and find Soroka is home before noon. We match up his time cards that show he's supposed to be working until 4:30 each and every day we watch. Modzelewski is paid for 12 hours a day, Monday through Friday, and 8 hours on Saturday and Sunday. Last year, he racked up a whopping 2,505 hours of overtime. As the undisputed overtime champ, Modzelewski brought home over 6 figures, making more than many public officials. Modzelewski is not only the overtime champ at his plant, he's the bowling champ too. On a Sunday in February, he spent hours here at Sunnybrook Lanes, bowling 3 games and winning $100 for first prize. The union putting out this congratulatory memo. It's not the only money Modzelewski collected that day. This is his timesheet. Same day, same hours as the tournament. Modzelewski was paid for 8 hours, all of it overtime pay. The money paid out by Ford Motor Company at a time when every dollar really counts. We've been watching Modzelewski for months. On this day, he comes to work an hour late and leaves 2 hours early. He isn't leaving to conduct union business, it's to get a haircut. And while he's out, he grabs a six-pack at this party store, all while still on the clock. His timesheet says he worked 8 hours. It was really less than 5. What does the chairman do on holidays? It's Martin Luther King Day. All workers are paid overtime for their entire shift. Mazalewski schedules himself to start work at 4:30 in the morning. It's 4:30, Jim's asleep. 5:30, Jim's still asleep. Finally, at 6:23, with almost 2 hours of overtime already under his belt, Jim Mazalewski makes it out of his driveway and heads for the plant. But he won't stay long. By 11:48, he's gone. As chairman, he can leave the plant as long as it's for union work. On this holiday, Jim's first stop is a party store, where he picks up a 40-ounce beer and drives home. A few minutes later, he's back in his truck. He's not going back to the plant, he's going back to a party store. This time he buys a 6-pack of beer, all while on the clock, receiving overtime holiday pay.
I guess that would be right, would it?
We question a few of Ford's employees as they finish their shift.
It's just not tolerated. We're regularly asked about timesheet discrepancies. If somebody's got one on their timesheet, they have to explain it.
These two union bosses clearly have some explaining to do.
Get off my property.
Get off your property.